Hey everybody, this is Robbie from Eco Fishing Shop. Today I'm here to make a video about the Hobie Outback. I'm going to be giving a full on-the-water review, give you guys some of the features about it, some of the things that are great about a Hobie and why you should get one. We're just going to be giving you guys a full on-the-water in action. A lot of people like to see these kayaks on the water and see them perform, their stability and everything. We're going to be showing you guys all of those things and hopefully get on some fish. Not any promises though. It is 100 and some odd degrees outside right now, so fish should be a little finicky, but mainly just give you guys an overview of the Hobie Outback. We also have the 180 drive. We're gonna be giving you guys all those things, so just stay tuned and let's get into it. All right guys, we're just gonna start front to back here. If you wanna go to the on the water stuff, just go to this time here and you can skip all of the on land overview. But for now, we're gonna talk about the actual kayak on land. Starting at the front here, you've got a little Hobie handle right here, good for pulling your yak if you've got any carts or anything on the back. Also got a very deep nose here, very good for tracking. That deep nose will help you get better tracking out of your kayak. If it was flat, you know, you might not get as good of tracking. So we'll come back a little bit more here. You've got your front storage here, held down by two bungees. These bungees come undone here. It's got a really nice water seal on the inside of both, and then you can obviously store whichever things you want in there. That closes up just like so. Then we'll come back a little bit more here. You've got a sail spot here. So this is for a Hobie sail, I believe it's called. Here's it here. Come back a little bit more. We've got our rudder cleat here. You just pull this and your rudder will come undone, just like so. And then you pull up and you've got a really nice cleat in there. Those cleats are some of the best cleats I've ever seen on a kayak. They're very automatic. There's no struggle to it. And then we've got two rod holders. The other cleat here is a transducer cleat. You let that down and your transducer will come down. Then we've got two rod holders, two front rod holders right there and right there. Then obviously one of the more important parts of the kayak, you've got your Mirage molded in spot for your Mirage drive. We don't have it in yet because we've got it on a dolly and we don't want to damage the drive. But it obviously just clips in with these two clips here. This is just the more simpler version. This is the 180. So very plug and play with the drive. Come back a little bit more, we'll talk about the attachment center. We've got a plier holder center right here, and you've also got these little notches where you can hold anything you like to hold, whether it be baits or whatever. They make little notches for you to hang things on. You've got a retractor right here. This is just a little leash you can attach anything to. You can put pliers, nail clippers, anything that you want to cut fishing line with. Now you've got the famous Hobie H-Track. Your H-Track comes all the way down here. This is a multi-sided bar where you can attach any attachments onto it. And then you've got your standard track on this side. Now we'll talk about the tackle box holders here. These are little notches that you can slide into the track there, and it will hold down your tackle box like so. And then you've got a little rubber pouch here. This can be for anything, plastics, again, your pliers, nail clippers, anything you need for fishing. These little pouches over here are really convenient for any fishing supplies you need. And then we'll talk about this little panel here. This is a little wiring panel for anything you'd want to get into the hole to wire. You can throw your fish finder on the H-Track here and then put all your wires in that little cap there. Undo it, put the new cap on, and then you got all your wires in the kayak. You don't have to drill into the hole. Hobie makes that really nice because they look ahead, and obviously people put electronics on kayaks these days. So and then we'll come back a little bit more here. You got a tackle tray here. This is a little tray for a little bin. You can put anything in this bin. You can also pull these two little pins here and this bin comes out, and then you have your in-hole access there. A lot of guys just keep this bin in, put any plastics you want in there, or any, you know, junk tray as people call it. And then you've got another pouch on the inner side here. Really nice addition from Hobie. Also, I've got 2 little non-slip surfaces here. Really nice for your feet to stand on. You don't have to worry about falling down. Then we'll come back and talk about the steering, the rudder steering here. This is on this side, and then it's obviously on the other side here. We got 2 different rudder steering capabilities there. This obviously, when you let the rudder down here, you turn it left, it goes left, turn it right, it goes right. Super easy rudder steering there. Now we will talk about probably the biggest compliment of the Hobie is the seat. The seat is a very adjustable seat. We'll talk about the forward and backward mechanism of the back of the seat. They call it a Vantage CTW. This is a little latch here. You can pull this latch, pull it forward. The seat will stay in its position until you pull this lever. You pull this lever back here, give it a little bit of force, pull it back, the seat will come back again. And you know, that's just a little coil system they added here. And this is a clinch that holds your position of your seat back, so you don't have to worry about that. Then we'll talk about the BOA system. The BOA system is a little notch here. You can undo this notch completely, and it will make the seat go farther back. And then you can obviously push it in, twist this little BOA system here. You'll start to watch the magic happen on the seat. That is the BOA lumbar system there. It makes it much tighter as you tighten this little BOA system here. Just little strands that are tightening the back of the seat here, giving you a more comfortable area to sit. We'll go ahead and take that seat off, talk about the things under the seat here. This is a very good compliment from Hobie as well. You've got your two handles on the inner side of the kayak. You can pick these 2 handles up and put the kayak above you. It's really, really nice for transporting the kayak from place to place. Then we'll talk about the Guardian system with the transducer in the kayak. We already talked about it earlier. This little cleat here, you pull that and your transducer will come up, and then you can obviously pull it down and it will go down. This is another in-hole wire access for any wiring you do within your transducer. Go ahead and put that seat back on. All right, coming to the back half of the kayak, we have 2 more integrated rod holders into the kayak. Obviously, those are super helpful. You know, set the rod back behind you, you don't have to worry about it. You've got 2 more track systems on both sides of the kayak built into the hull. They don't feature the H-track like they do up front, but they do have track systems still back here. Also included back here is the bungee system. This is good for holding down your bags. This life jacket I'm just gonna put on once we get on the water here, but it holds it down until you get down to the water. It's a good area to put your things. And then you've got your plier holders again back here, just little notches to put your things. And then you've got the tackle box holders again, but these are featured on the bungee here. It's got a little hook on the inside. That little hook there, you can take that, put it over your band there. You can pull on that sucker. It is not coming off. Before I forget, we did use a Hobie scupper plug dolly. It's a very, very nice dolly. First time I've used it, and I will say I'm very impressed. The scupper plug dolly is super, super easy to put into the kayak. Those middle handles make it super easy to put that dolly in. You got this little pin here that you can put into the slot there, and you can pull up your kayak, and that scupper plug dolly is not gonna fall out. And then obviously you can put it back into there, and then it will slip out. We'll come to the back here and talk about the back handle. This back handle is a very, very nice handle. It's also featured with the H-track section here. If you want to put like a super high camera for your fishing, you can do that. You also have a rudder feature back here. This comes up into the kayak like so. And then all of your rudder cables are all easy access out here if you needed to tighten, retighten, make it go from left to right better. All of that's super, super easy access in the Hobie Mirage Outback. We're gonna show the mechanism of the forward reverse here on land. You pull that forward there, and then you do a rotation. It'll pull forward. You pull that reverse. It will also flip those fins, make it super easy to go reverse. And then obviously you can pull your forward, and those fins will go back to where they need to be. Super, super light drive. You don't have to worry about it, you know, being a lug in your kayak. we're gonna show you guys why this kayak is supposedly the #1 selling kayak, and kind of show you guys some of the stability, you know, go out and fish in it, hopefully get on some fish, show you guys how it looks on water so you guys can see it for yourself there back at home. All right, let's get into it. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and get this puppy in the water. There we go. Put our kayak down there, and we're going forward. And let's do this thing. Show this thing off. Okay, get in here. We will pedal on. Wow, this Hobie drive is super smooth. Super smooth drive. Got our turning mechanisms on the left and right here. If I turn right, we're obviously gonna go right. Turn left, we go left. Pretty simple stuff, right? Super smooth drive, guys. Back and forth, super easy to move. It's super responsive too. If I go left, right, now, we go left. And then if I'm gonna turn it right, now, we go right. Super responsive rudder. I really like that rudder. And it's really not tiring me out any. It's super nice. Just gonna keep pedaling this sucker around. Man, I really like this drive. It's super nice. The forward and backward mechanism is super nice. And then we're gonna go ahead and try and pull her in reverse here. And then we start going the other direction. How cool is that, guys? That is super sick. And pull that forward there, and we start to switch the other direction. Super nice kayak from Hobie. Really like this. We're gonna go ahead and give you guys some footage of the side to side motion here. Super stable, really nice. Then obviously, you know, if you wanted to adjust these feet to come forward, you could. And then I'll also show you guys the cleats. These cleats are super nice. To pull, just boom, done. And obviously to pop it the other direction, you go the other way. And it's super nice. It's the first Hobie I've ever been in, and I will say I'm very impressed. It's a very luxurious. It feels like I'm riding in a Cadillac of kayaks, I will say. I really like the hands-free part of this kayak too. Just hands-free technology that they make these days. You know, you don't feel like you're in a kayak. It feels like you're really not doing anything. You know, you're pedaling, but I mean it kind of becomes muscle memory after a while, and you're just fishing and going. It's really good for covering water. Any of those power fishermen out there, really good for power fishing for sure. You just keep pedaling and keep going. There we go. We launched him, man. Oh my gosh. Wow, it's a little skinny guy. Pitched that up by that log over there, and he came out and grabbed it. Slow fish on the finesse jig there, 6 cents finesse jig. We've got those at our store and Eco Fishing Shop. So if you want to go grabbing any of those, we have a location in Camdenton, Missouri, 1479 South Business Route 5. I'll put up the location somewhere up here. But yeah, there's our first fish. Not a huge one, you know, but he really wanted that jig, so we'll go ahead and put him back there. First fish in the Hobie, not too bad. But there you go. Not too bad, first fish in the Hobie. All right guys, we just got the Hobie back to land here. Man, that was a really good review. I really like the Hobie Outback. I can see why people they claim that it's the best selling kayak, because it truly is super easy to sell. It's a very seamless kayak, good design, great seat, super comfortable, very fast, very stable. Pretty much all the varies that you would want in a kayak. So I really don't have any complaints about the Hobie whatsoever. I really couldn't find one thing. I would say if you were looking for a wider kayak, I'd go with the PA, the Hobie Pro Angler. We also sell that on ecofishingshop.com, but it's a very stable kayak. If you're just looking to, you know, toot around, you know, you could do some tournaments in this also, but that PA is designed for tournaments. So if you guys have any other recommendations on kayaks I should bring out to the water, just put them down below. Other than that, just subscribe, like this video, and see you guys next time.